around, Bay YouTube? It is your boy Charles, and today I'm going to be starting something different. I'm going to be doing a retrospective on a series that I previously read and I love, and it was one of the first franchises I got into as a collector, and that is Jennifer Blood, specifically Jennifer Blood Bloodlines, the series that ran from 2021 to 2022, 10 issues, written by Fred Van Lente. I really enjoyed this. This was the first, I believe it was the first series that started when I was collecting. All of the rest of the books I had, either in trade paperback or individual comics, were back issues, pre-owned, dollar bin back issues. So I was very excited to get into this book, and this started because today I was going through my on deck pile of comics, and there was nothing in there I really wanted to read at this moment. And I wanted to get into Jennifer Blood again. And I remembered this series. Now, like I said, you can find it in trade paperback format as Jennifer Blood Bloodlines. Specifically, we're going to be talking about issue number 1. So this will be part of volume 1, which collects 1 through 5. And we start off here. I love the way it starts. The first character you meet is Bountiful, Utah, population 4,302. And it starts off innocuous enough as a typical, very small world community. Something like, we have a lot of here in Wyoming. But you can see that certain things may be a little bit off. Some of the residents seem shifty, untrustworthy, and for being in Utah, you have a lot of stereotypical wise guys. And so you notice that right off. And this first book is called Wagon. And after we meet the town, we get this gruesome discovery here of one of the residents bleeding and eviscerated hanging from a tree. And I like the way that they introduce the town and the characters therein. We see here after we go from that page to the panels on the other page, it introduces the first resident of this town, witness, Northcutt ND Dr. Morris. Criminal record, insurance fraud, extortion, sex trafficking, testimony implicated the organizers of his Oxford MS prescription pill mill scheme for opioids, which resulted in some 300 fatal or near fatal overdoses, DOJ detention, relocation to Bountiful. And so you see that, okay, this one guy is in witness protection. And then you go to the next panel and it introduces you to another witness, Dupree's Augustine, aka Gus. Criminal record, murder in the first degree, 8 counts, testimony enforcer for the bloody children of the Third Eye Cult. Testified against Reverend Styles at his trial. DOJ determination, relocation to Bountiful. And as you meet these characters in Bountiful, you find out that not only is it 1 or 2 people in relocation, but every person from every resident to the sheriff, who is Yang Feng, aka Johnny. He has a criminal record of human trafficking, murder in the second degree, and so on and so forth. And so you meet, these horrible criminals in this idyllic setting, and they have a big problem is that a lot of the residents have been dropping dead. And the way that Bountiful is set up, it's not like an open air prison or even a well-regulated place. These guys are sent here as long as they keep greasing the wheels of law. They have nothing to worry about, and they can do whatever they like as long as they keep it quiet and out of the eyes of the rest of the public. And so there's this code of silence here that really, turns out to work against them, because here is Jennifer Blood enacting revenge one by one on the people who killed her family. And so while, if they called in the FBI or a bigger law enforcement entity, one woman, Jennifer Blood, may not be a problem. But being that they want to maintain the secrecy and not make any noise, they try to fix it in internally. And the way that they introduce Jennifer Blood here, I think, is brilliant because it's kind of a red herring. With all of these mobsters dropping dead, the sheriff of the town, he's suspicious of a new resident, a female. And they think that may be Jennifer Blood, even though they know that she's dead. And so suspicion lands on this mysterious woman, so they go to investigate, essentially murder this mystery woman. And the way that they set this scene up is you see the sheriff and his deputy going into the house searching for this mystery female. At the same time, you see one of the residents of the town that they left behind in the sheriff's office entertaining himself by playing some solitaire or something with some playing cards and, just getting antsy. And you cut back to the sheriff and his deputy in that house, and you find out that, yeah, the mystery woman is indeed dangerous, but this is not Jennifer Blood. She doesn't have the trademark black hair, the built completely different facial structure, and we meet Julia Romeo, who is an Italian assassin from one of the Italian mob families, who has been set up as the new sheriff of the town to hunt down whoever is committing these murders. And the sheriff and his deputy, they end up meeting a terrible fate at the hands of Julia. At the same time, the guy they left behind in the police station is having to deal with the actual Jessica Blood or Jennifer Blood. And, at a certain point here, Jennifer Blood reassures this mobster that he's the last one on her list. And so presumably, where's this going to go? If he's not on her list anymore, how are they going to continue this story? This is issue 1. So, that's a fun little tangent that we can get back on. And it explains a lot of what happens in retrospect in the following books. So that has been number 1, Jennifer Blood number 1, where we meet the town of Bountiful, and we find out that it's a place that's almost like, it's like a resort resettlement town for criminals, which also in turns brings in a lot of fun tension elements that have nothing to do with Jennifer Blood herself, but with this motley crew of horrible people. So that's been number 1. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Stay tuned to this channel for more of my Jennifer Blood Bloodlines retrospective. I'm out.